Wildfires have been a destructive force throughout human history. Both individuals and entire communities are lost when they grow out of control, and we've seen that just this past month with over 40 people killed in California wildfires. Strides have been made in suppression programs over the last 90 years, but the damages from the past decade of fire seasons have shown us that current methods are not enough. There simply aren't enough resources to fight every fire, meaning many get left to burn, while only those that seem the most threatening are fought. And in this situation, where we're picking and choosing with something as volatile as wildfire, information is key, but it's in dangerously short supply. Fire commanders don't have access to vital data that is 1, up-to-date, 2, affordable, and 3, detailed. The solution to all of these problems is a low-cost, real-time, detailed surveillance system that agencies can use without sidelining their resources, and it comes in the form of a drone-based monitoring service being developed by us, SwarmFX. Our service is going to operate using off-the-shelf vehicles and sensors, which will collect data from a fire that can be used to generate tactical maps for fire commanders. The primary outcome of this will be higher effectiveness, as commanders can use this data to more effectively position their resources, rather than operating off of 3 or 4 hour old information, and every minute matters when fighting a wildfire. This means more money for states, as we can help protect valuable natural resources, and we cost a fraction of existing surveillance alternatives. Our final benefit is greater safety, as this same information can be used to keep people safe in these deadly situations. What you see on screen is an example of the kind of map that we can make with the data that we're going to collect. It contains all of the information necessary for a fire commander to make a fast, informed decision about when and how to fight a fire. And the value that we add is we're developing the flight controller that allows all of this to happen safely and autonomously. We're looking at a number of vehicles to pair this with, all of which can fly for multiple hours at a time, and we're taking advantage of a booming commercial drone market to purchase a vehicle that's low cost but high quality. We've also reached out to multiple wildland fire organizations across the West Coast, and it's led to the Washington State Aviation Program Manager joining our team as an advisor, and talks with Oregon to perform a test of our system over a controlled burn later this fall. All told, we estimate the market opportunity for wildfire surveillance on the West Coast alone to be between $1 and $200 million. And nationwide, we estimate this market opportunity to be almost $400 million. But in this growing market, we face competition from manned surveillance aircraft, satellite-based mapping services, and a mapping company called Firewhat that's partnering with Boeing to use their drones as vehicles. We can outcompete each of these players either on speed, level of detail, or overall affordability. Companies like Firewhat are attempting to bring military-grade solutions which are both operator and resource intensive, while we're focusing on an efficient, modular approach that agencies can use without breaking their already strained budgets. Our pricing model mirrors the existing contract structure for aviation. Both contract types have an hourly service fee, while exclusive use have a base subscription cost, and call when needed allow us to operate as freelancers. All of this builds into our financial projections for the next 3 years, which have been built from the ground up based on conversations with our industry advisor. We expect to reach profitability by the fourth quarter of 2020. And to get there, we're going to need to raise a total of $2 million, but we're starting with a much smaller seed round that I can tell you about in person. To do all of this, we're going to need a driven team. We're made up of 6 recently graduated engineers from the University of Washington. We've worked on this project for a year already, and we're thrilled to have the opportunity to develop a solution that is meaningful not only for the Pacific Northwest, but for the entire country. So we're pairing our passion and background with the experience of our advisors. We have multiple UW faculty advisors, a business mentor with a background in startup financing, legal counsel that's worked extensively with startups in the past, and an industry advisor who helps us navigate this space on a daily basis. Together, we're going to change the future of firefighting, and we want your help. I'm John Ganji, we are SwarmFX, and thank you so much for coming tonight.